Y'all gotta take a shit. My stomach is hurting. I can't even fake smile for y'all. I'm sorry, bruh. Y'all, my period just started, so I'm not really feeling like energetic. So apologize that there's no enthusiasm in this episode right now. We all have our periods, well, females. Y'all know how to go. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Shit Happens Podcast. My name is Kayla. I'm the creator of this podcast. Basically, I almost forgot my intro. Goddamn, it's been so long. This is a podcast basically where we talk about all the random shit and all the shit we're going through as millennials, people in our 20s, as young adults, all that stuff that we're going through right now. This is where we're here to talk about it. Basically, I created this podcast as a space for me to come and talk about my feelings. This is the space where we're here to talk about our feelings. So if you feel like you don't got nobody that you can be vulnerable with, fully open up to, vent to, get the weight off your chest, clear your mind to, this is where we're here to do that. You can relate to that. Always feel free to text me, DM me, any type of contact, basically, and we can chop it up. Today's episode, I want to start with a quote. It only takes one good year to completely change your life. Make this the one. As you all know, we just started 2022. It's a new year. A lot of people are trying to change their ways, change their lifestyle, their ways of living, including myself, on our right, correct path, and reduce less stress in our lives. About that quote, I kind of wanted to tweak it a little bit. It only takes one good day. It only takes one good day to completely change your life. Make this the one. So I don't think that you have to wait until the year completely starts over to change your way of living, to change your lifestyle. Whatever you want to change, whatever you want to work on, y'all don't have to wait until the new year to say, all right, new year, new me. Do that shit today. Like, literally, you had a bad day, be like, all right, tomorrow is the day that I'm going to change my life. Make it that day. But it starts with like baby steps. You can't change your life. You can't change everything that you want to change about your life in one day, of course. But taking it one day at a time, doing those baby steps, changing little things every day until it becomes consistent will change your life. I want to read y'all something I wrote about. I was like venting. When I vent, I don't really go to anybody to vent. Like I tell y'all, I come here on my podcast. I like to write when I vent in my notes while I'm like listening to music or anything. If I'm feeling down, I just get those feelings out and write it down. I wrote this I don't know how long ago I wrote this. On here, I always wanted to read it on here, but I was never fully comfortable with being that vulnerable on my podcast. But I feel like now I am. So now I'm gonna read it. Senior year of high school / freshman year of college, I fell into a really low point in my life. I had just gotten out of a relationship with someone I put all of my love and all of myself into. I was doing really bad in my classes, like really bad. I wasn't even going to class. Class wasn't a thing. School wasn't a thing for me. I just wanted to either hang out with my friends because they would distract me from all the sadness and pain I was feeling, or lay in the bed and watch TV shows or YouTube videos that would distract me, like make me feel good. I was smoking a lot, overly a lot. I didn't want to be sober because that shit sucked, basically. And I was a sad bitch. Basically, I was a sad bitch. Onyx is in the bathroom. I know he's gonna act like a crackhead, so I didn't want him to be out here. But I'm only 20 years old, and I felt like that shit was gonna be my life forever. So I wonder how many more times in my life am I gonna have low points that feel like that. But one very important thing I learned from all of those different experiences happening to me at once was that I was gonna have to learn to love myself, basically. As corny as that might sound. It sounded corny at the time because a lot of us are now really into self-love, so it doesn't sound as odd now. But before, when I wrote this, we weren't really into, like, self-love wasn't as popular as it is now, so it sounded corny that people weren't really speaking about it. I had to learn that by spending time with myself, which I didn't want to do for obvious reasons, and if I was at home, I would always want to be on the phone with someone. So technically, I was still enjoying someone's presence instead of my own. But since learning that, I feel like my future breaking points, my low points, won't be as hard or long to get out of because I don't live for others anymore. And what I mean by that is not voicing my opinions or feelings, not being a factor, or being less important than someone else's, and actually being content with that. What I kind of like, it kind of sounds crazy right there because I was just writing like for myself. I knew what I understood, but basically, so y'all can understand, is I'm a people pleaser. I'm a really, really bad people pleaser. I say yes to a lot of things, even when I don't feel comfortable with those things, just to please someone else. Y'all know I'm really big on that. I like making people laugh, and I like doing stuff for others, and that can be good, but at the same time, it can be like defeating on yourself. My feelings or my opinions about certain things that actually meant a lot to me sometimes got belittled, and that just made me feel worse, and that just made me want to stop talking about my feelings or opinions, period, because I feel like, well, nobody else gives a fuck, so why should I wrote that a while ago, and looking back at it now, I've really grown a lot. I mean, I still have more growing to do. I'm still a people pleaser, but I have learned to say no. I've learned to say the word no, because I couldn't say it at all, but now I have learned to say the word no without actually feeling bad or feeling like I'm hurting someone else, or feeling like, like I had to learn that you gotta put yourself first. Your feelings gotta come first too. Like, I know somebody else might not feel happy about a certain situation or a certain response I might have given them, not like a rude response or just like me saying no to something. They might not feel happy about it, or be pleased with it, but knowing the fact that I'm pleased with it and I'm comfortable should be the thing that matters. If you can relate to that and you feel like you're a people pleaser as much as I am, y'all gotta learn to start saying no. Like, put that shit in your vocabulary. Euphoria that actually like make me think that every time you want to say yes, say no. And of course, not every time. Like, if you really want to do something that you feel comfortable with, of course say yes. But like, if you know you don't feel comfortable doing something fully, completely, just say no. You don't really have to explain yourself. I mean, it's nice if you do for other people's sakes. Like, look at me, people pleasing again. I know people really feel like they don't need to explain their reasons why sometimes, and sometimes you really don't, if it's that personal to you. But I still think it's nice to give someone a reason as to why you're saying no. And if they can't respect your reasoning, then that's just on them. Next, I want to talk about accepting love. Being accepting of love, I mean. You're gonna have multiple lovers in your lifetime, so don't stop accepting it because you are or you have been heartbroken before, and you're scared of having that heartbreak feeling again. You're gonna have many of lovers, you're gonna have plenty of heartbreaks, but when you have a heartbreak, I don't think people realize that those feelings are way stronger than actually saying the actual word. Like, yes, it's something everyone goes through, but it is literally the shittiest thing that one has to go through. It feels like death, basically. Heartbreak feels like fucking death. It feels like you're dying. Actually, it feels like the actual fucking word, heartbreak. Like, your heart is breaking. Like, someone took that shit, like, spit on it. The worst disrespect you can think of. That's what a heartbreak feels like. So once you go through that feeling and you get past it, or you're still in it, and someone else comes along and they want to show you love or give you love, you're a little hesitant, or you shut it out completely sometimes. You ever heard that expression, don't block your blessings? That's kind of what this is. That love can be a blessing. You don't know. You know how it's going to turn out. It could be a 2-week conversation, 3-month a 2-week love, 3 months love, a year, 2 years, 5 years, so forth. Y'all know. When you learn to love yourself first, I feel like letting others love you is easier, and it's not as hard if they leave you, because you know, at the end of the day, you still have yourself. You always had yourself, even when you were loved by them. And not just that, but also be grateful for the love they did give you. Even if they also gave you heartbreak, be grateful for the love you did get, because y'all know what love feels like. That is it's a great feeling to be loved. Like, I feel like that's what happiness feels like. That's what peace feels like, when you are loved by an animal, by a significant other, by a friend, by a parent, a guardian, anything. Any type of love from anything, it feels like it feels euphoric. So be grateful for it. Live in it when you are getting it. Be appreciative of it. Yeah, be thankful for it if it leaves. Don't really try to think about the negative stuff that came with it, or might have come with it, or might come with it. Try to think about the love, basically. I hope I'm making sense and y'all understand me, because I know I have trouble with words sometimes. Kind of like the thing I should really work on, which I am still trying to work on. I've gotten a lot better, actually. Before I couldn't say 2 fucking words, and now I'm actually getting some type of shit together. Don't be afraid to be accepting of love. You're gonna have plenty of lovers in your lifetime, so you should be grateful for each and every one of them. When it comes time for you to go and go pass on to whichever religion you believe in, when it's your time to go, you can sit back and think and not be scared of death, and actually be grateful that in your lifetime that you were loved, you were validated, someone cared for you, someone thought of you. Like, that's what we all want. We all just want someone to actually like see us for who we truly are, to accept us for our good traits and our bad traits. So when you can look back and see that there was a person once upon a time who was or is, be grateful for that. You can feel at peace with that. Lastly, I want to talk about boundaries, how important they are. This goes back to like saying no, basically. I think it's all important that we all have a set of boundaries. I think what I want to do is actually like write down my set of boundaries, because as a people pleaser, I don't really have any boundaries, because I don't say no. So everything's kind of in the okay. So I think it's very important that I need to write down what my boundaries are and stick by them and set them in stone, get the respect I deserve. And sometimes it kind of hurts, because when you love someone, or is someone that is very important in your life or you care for, when they don't respect your boundaries, or they're not taking your boundaries serious, you kind of want to like drop your boundaries for them and choose them over your boundaries. At least that's what I do. Even though you feel good about pleasing them, you don't feel good about yourself. Sometimes people are going to want to leave because of your boundaries, and that goes back to like heartbreak. That shit's gonna hurt. Once you find someone who does respect your boundaries and can love you, then shit, you got the whole fucking, that's everything right there. What more can you really ask for? This was a short little episode. I just have not filmed a podcast in a long time, so I really miss like coming on here and I feel like this was much needed. I haven't talked or opened up to anyone in a minute, so this was much needed. If you guys are kind of in the same boat, like I said earlier, feel free to contact me any type of way. Y'all got all my links are down below and shit like that. If you need a friend, I'm your friend. For this episode, you guys, thanks for tuning in. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you're new here, this is what we do. We talk about our feelings here. I also vlog. I do vlogs of like what I do in my life. So y'all check out the vlogs. I just posted like a week worth of vlogs. Got a whole bunch of them up, so y'all go make sure to check them out. They'll be in the little eye bubble thing. That's all I have to say today. So it was nice seeing you all today. I hope you guys are enjoying your lovely Monday, and yeah, see you guys in the next episode.